Hi dear students, welcome back to online classes. I am your Virubhakshi BP. In last video, we were discussing about properties of matter. Today we are going to discuss about units and measurements. Units and measurements. In units and measurements, the first one is 7 basic physical quantities and SI units. 7 basic physical quantities and SI units. SI units full form is International System of Units. SI system has selected some units as standard units. Why? Because different physical quantities can measure in different units. For example, length. Length we can measure in centimeter, we can measure in meter, and we can measure in inches also. That's why to remove confusion, to avoid confusion, SI system has selected one unit as standard unit. In generally, our national language is Hindi, but in India we can see different languages like Kannada, Telugu, Marathi. Okay, now let us check what are the 7 basic physical quantities and their SI units. I will draw tabular column. In first column, I will write physical quantities. Physical quantity. Physical quantity. Physical quantities. In second column, I will write symbol. Symbol for physical quantity. In third column, I will write SI units. SI units. In fourth column, symbol. Symbol for SI units. Symbols for SI units. The first physical quantities is length. Length. Length we can measure in centimeter, meter, inches, but its SI unit is meter. Its SI unit is meter. Okay. The symbol of length is small l, and the symbol of SI unit is small m. Okay. Next, mass. Mass we can measure in kg, quintal, ton, but its SI unit is kilogram. 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 And symbol of SI unit is kg. Okay. Symbol of mass is small m. Next, the third physical quantity, time. Time we can measure in seconds or minutes, but its SI unit is second. The symbol of second is small s. Okay, the symbol of time is small t. Next, the fourth physical quantity, thermodynamic temperature. Thermodynamic temperature. Thermodynamic temperature. Thermodynamic temperature. Its symbol is capital T. Temperature we can measure in three different scales. One is degree Celsius, and the second one is degree Fahrenheit, and the third one is Kelvin. But the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Kelvin. Its symbol is capital K. Okay. The next, fifth physical quantity, luminous intensity. Luminous intensity. Luminous intensity symbol is capital I V. Capital I and V. Okay. Luminous intensity we can measure in candela. Its SI unit is candela. Candela. Its symbol CD. CD. Next, the sixth physical quantity, electric current. Electric current. electric current. Its symbol is capital I. Electric current we measure in ampere. Ampere. Its symbol is capital A. Next, the last physical quantity is amount of substance. Amount of substance. Amount of substance. Amount of substance we can measure in moles. We can measure in moles. The symbol of moles is MOL, mole. Okay. Amount of substance, it is represented by small m. It is represented by small m. These are the 7 basic physical quantities and their SI units. The other units like the other units like volume, density, area, velocity, are derived from these 7 basic units. 7 basic units. 7 basic units. The other units like density, volume, area, velocity, these all units are derived from these 7 physical quantities. They are in units and measurements. The second concept is prefixes used with units. Yes. In SI system, some prefixes are used to indicate multiples like 10 power minus 1, 10 power minus 2, 10 power 2, 10 power 3, 10 power 6, 10 power 9. To indicate these multiples in SI system we use prefixes. Now let us check prefixes. This is the tabular column for the prefixes. Okay. The multiple, these are the, in the first column there are multiples, in the second column there are prefixes, in third column their symbols. Now let us see. If the multiple 10 power minus 1, the prefix is deci. If the multiple is 10 power minus 2, then its prefix is centi. If multiple is 10 power minus 3, its prefix is milli. 10 power minus 6, then micro. 10 power minus 9, its prefix is nano. And 10 power minus 12, its prefix is pico. 10 power minus 15, femto. 10 power minus 18, atto. 10 power minus 21, gypto. 10 power minus 24, ecto. These are the symbols for prefixes. For deci, small d, centi, small d. For milli, small m. For micro, mu. Nano, small n. Pico, small p. Femto, small f. For atto, small a. For gypto, small z. And ecto, for small 1. Next, come to the positive multiples. These all are negative multiples. These are positive multiples. For 10, the prefix is deca and the symbol is Da. Next, for multiple 10 power 2, hecta, the symbol is small h. Next, 10 power 3, kilo, K. 10 power 6, mega, capital M. 10 power 9, giga, capital G. 10 power 12, tetra, capital T. Next, 10 power 15, peta, capital P. 10 power 18, exa, capital E. 10 power 21, zeta, capital Z. 10 power 24, eta, capital Y. These are the multiples, positive multiples. These are the prefixes and these are the symbols. Now let us see examples for how to use prefixes with units. The first one is 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram. What is the meaning of 1 kilogram in meters? What is the meaning of 1 kilogram in grams, in grams. See here, 1 kilo. What is the kilo is the prefix. It is the prefix. Prefix. This is a base unit. This is the unit. Kilo means what is the multiple? Kilo means what is the multiple? 10 power 3. This is unit. 1 kilogram is equal to 10 power 3 grams, or we can say that 1000 grams, because 10 power 3 means what? 1000 grams. Next, 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer. Here kilo is a prefix. Kilo is a prefix. The meter is a base unit. This is the base unit. Okay. What is the multiple of kilo? What is the multiple of kilo? Kilo means 10 power 3. 10 power 3. Meter is base unit. Its symbol is small m. That means 1000 meters. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. And the next one, example, 1 gigameter. 1 gigameter. 1 gigameter. See here, what is the meaning of 1 gigameter? Here, the giga means prefix, right? What is the multiple of this prefix? Now let us check it. Giga, its multiple is 10 power 9, and meter is base unit. 1 gigameter is equal to 10 power minus 10 power 9 meters. 10 power 9 meters. The another example. 1 micrometer. 1 micrometer. 1 micrometer. Now let us see. Micro is a prefix. What is the multiple of micro? Now let us check. What is the multiple of micro? There is a multiple. There is a prefix micro. Its multiple is 10 power minus 6. This is the base unit. So 1 micrometer is equal to 10 power minus 6 meter. This is the prefixes used with the units concept. The next concept is mass and weight. Mass and weight. Now let us learn what are the differences between mass and weight. Now first, mass. What is mass? What is the meaning of mass? The amount of matter. The amount of matter present in the substance. Amount of matter present in the substance. Substance is called mass. What is the SI unit of mass? SI unit of mass is SI unit of mass. SI unit of mass is kilogram, means kg, right? The SI unit of mass is kg, and mass of substance is always constant. Mass of substance is always constant. Constant means mass. The mass value does not change from one place to another place. The value is fixed. The value is constant. For example, mass of table. The mass of table is 22 kg. The mass of table is 22 kg. This value does not change from one place to another place. On the earth, the mass of table is 22 kg. On the moon, the mass of table is 22 kg. Wherever you go, the mass value does not change. It is always constant. Okay. Next, mass is scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. Mass is scalar quantity. This is the mass. Next, now let us discuss about weight. Weight. What is the meaning of weight? The force exerted by gravity on an object is called weight. Means the gravitational force on object. The gravitational force. We know that there is a gravitational force, right? The gravitational force on object is called weight. The force exerted by gravity. The force exerted by gravity on an object is called weight. The gravitational force on object is called weight. Then what is mass? The amount of matter present in the substance is called mass. Now, what is the SI unit of weight? SI unit of weight is newtons. SI unit of weight is newtons. Why? Because weight means what? Force. The gravitational force. Force we measure in newtons. That's why the SI unit of weight is newtons. And weight is vector quantity. Weight is vector quantity. Vector quantity. Weight is vector quantity. And weight of substance changes from one place to another place. Weight of substance changes from one place to another place. Another place. Why the weight of substance changes? Why? Because weight means what? Gravitational force. The gravitational force is not same. The gravitational force may changes from one place to another place. That's why the weight of substance changes from one place to another place. Because of change in gravity. Because of change in gravity. Change in gravity. Okay. Example. Weight of substance. The weight of substance on earth. The weight of substance on the earth is 590 newtons. Weight of substance on the earth is 590 newtons. Weight of same substance on the moon. Weight of same substance on the moon is 90 newtons. Why the weight of substance is changing from place to place because changing in gravitational force. We know that on the earth there is a more gravitational force compared to on the moon. That's why here the weight of substance is 590 newtons. Here on the moon the weight of same substance is 90 newtons. That's why weight of substance changes from one place to another place because change in gravity. But the mass of substance is always constant. These are the differences between mass and weight. The next concept is volume. Volume. What is the meaning of volume? The space occupied by matter is called volume. The space occupied by matter is called volume. The space occupied by matter. The space occupied by matter is called volume. SI unit of volume is SI unit of volume is cubic meter. The SI unit of volume is cubic meter. But the popular and the common units for volume are liter. The common units are liter, cubic centimeter, ml, milliliters. These are the common units. But the SI unit is cubic meter. A liter, it is a popular unit. Liter is popular unit, but it is not a SI unit. 1 cubic meter is equal to 1000 liters. 1 cubic meter is equal to 1000 liters. 1 liter is equal to 1 dm cube. 1 dm cube. 1 liter is equal to 1 dm cube. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. 1000 milliliters. 1 liter is equal to 1000 cubic centimeter. Cubic centimeter. Or we can write cc. Cubic centimeter. 1 cubic meter is equal to 1000 liter. 1 liter is equal to 1 dm cube. And 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. 1 liter is equal to 1000 cubic centimeter. In the laboratory, to measure volume of solutions, we use graduated cylinder, burette and pipette. In laboratory, we use graduated cylinder, burette and pipette, etc. To measure volume of solution or volume of liquid, we use graduated cylinders, burette and pipettes. The next concept is density. What is the meaning of density? Density of a substance is its mass per unit volume. Density is mass by volume. Density of a substance is its mass its mass per unit volume, per unit volume, per unit volume. Mathematical expression for density is D is equal to mass per unit volume, mass by volume. Okay, then what is the SI unit of mass? Kg, correct. What is the SI unit of volume? Cubic meter, cubic meter. Now tell me, what is the SI unit of, what is the SI unit of density? The SI unit of density is kg per cubic meter. The SI unit of density is kg per cubic meter. This is very important for board exam. In board exam, for 1 mark they will ask, write the SI unit of density. You can write kg per cubic meter. For small things, for small quantity, density also given by gram per cubic centimeter, gram per cubic centimeter. This is the volume, measurement of volume, and this is the measurement of density. Volume, what is the meaning of volume? The space occupied by matter. And what is the SI unit of matter? The SI unit of matter is cubic meter. And the common units are liter, cubic centimeter, ml. But liter is not, these units are not SI unit. 1 cubic meter is equal to how many liters? 1000 liters. 1 liter is equal to how many mLs? 1000 ml. 1 liter is equal to 1000 cubic centimeter. And in laboratory, to measure volume of solution, we use graduated cylinder, burette, and pipette, etc. Okay. Now, density. What is the meaning of density? Mass per unit volume. The mathematical expression is D is equal to mass by volume. The mass SI unit is kg. The volume SI unit is cubic meter. So the SI unit of density is kg per cubic meter. And even for small quantities, density also given by gram per cubic centimeter. The next concept is measurement of temperature. What is the meaning of temperature? Temperature means amount of heat present in the substance. Amount of heat present in the substance is called temperature. Amount of heat. Amount of heat present in the substance. Present in the substance. Amount of heat present in the substance is called temperature. To measure temperature, we have 3 scales. One is degree Celsius, the second one is Fahrenheit, the third one is Kelvin. There are 3 common scales. There are 3 common scales. There are 3 common scales used to determine, used to measure temperature. Used to measure temperature. Temperature. Used to measure temperature. The first one is degree Celsius. Degree Celsius. Degree Celsius. Degree Celsius. The second one is Fahrenheit. 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 The third one is Kelvin. Kelvin. Between these 3 scales, which is SI unit? Which is SI unit? Kelvin. What is the SI unit of temperature? Kelvin is SI unit of temperature. SI unit. SI unit of temperature. SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Is Kelvin. SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Okay. Now the first one is degree Celsius. Celsius scale. Celsius scale, and the second one is Kelvin. Kelvin. The third one is Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. Celsius scale, Kelvin scales, and Fahrenheit. In Celsius scale, this Celsius scale is calibrated from 0 degree Celsius to 100 degree Celsius. It is calibrated from 0 degree Celsius to 100 degree Celsius. It is calibrated from 0 degree Celsius to 100 degree Celsius. Kelvin scale is calibrated. It is calibrated from 273.15 Kelvin to 373 Kelvin. It is calibrated from 273.15 Kelvin to 373 Kelvin. Fahrenheit is calibrated between 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 degree Fahrenheit. These are the Celsius scale, this is Kelvin scale and Fahrenheit scale. Okay. Here, what is the 100 degree Celsius? It is a boiling point of water. Boiling point of water. Boiling point of water. 0 degree means freezing point of water. Freezing point of water. Okay. What is the body temperature? What is the body temperature? 37 degrees Celsius. 37 degrees Celsius. This is the body temperature. Body temperature. Next, what is the room temperature? 25 degrees Celsius. The room temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. In Celsius, the room temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. But in Kelvin, the room temperature is 298 Kelvin. Okay. The body temperature in Celsius scale is 37 degrees Celsius, but in Kelvin 310 Kelvin. 310 Kelvin. Boiling point of water in Celsius scale is 100 degree, but in Kelvin 373 Kelvin. Okay, next. What is the body temperature in Fahrenheit scale? Fahrenheit scale 98.6 Fahrenheit scale. Fahrenheit. Okay, what is the room temperature in Fahrenheit scale? Room temperature in Fahrenheit scale is 77 degree Fahrenheit. These are the three common scales to measure temperature. And one more important thing, it is very important thing, the negative values. Negative values. The negative values are possible. The negative values are possible in both degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit scale. But in Kelvin scale, in Kelvin scale, in Kelvin scale, negative values are not possible. Negative values are not possible. Negative values are not possible. Not possible. Okay, this is very important. The negative values are possible in degree Celsius scale and degree Fahrenheit scale, but the negative values are not possible in Kelvin scale. Now let us learn what is the relation between Celsius and Kelvin and Celsius and Fahrenheit. The relation between the first one, the relation between Fahrenheit and degree Celsius. Fahrenheit and degree Celsius. The relation between Fahrenheit and degree Celsius. These relations are very important for both competitive exams and board exams. Okay, they will ask to convert from one scale to another scale. You should know how to convert from degree Celsius to Kelvin, Kelvin to degree Celsius or degree Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, now I will write the relation. Degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 degree Celsius plus 32. This is the relation between degree Fahrenheit and degree Celsius. By using this relation, we can convert the values from degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius or degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit. The second relation. Relation between degree Celsius and Kelvin. The relation between degree Celsius and Kelvin. K is equal to degree Celsius plus 273.15. This is the relation between degree Celsius and Kelvin. These two relations are very, very important for competitive exams and board exams. Let us solve some numericals. The first one, convert 100 degree Fahrenheit into degree Celsius. To convert degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius, you should know the relation between degree Celsius and Fahrenheit. The relation is degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 degree Celsius plus 32. Now write this equation. Degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 degree Celsius plus 32. In the question, the values are given in degree Fahrenheit. Substitute those values. 100 is equal to 9 by 5 and degree Celsius plus 32. Okay, now simplify this one. You send this 32 from right side to left side. When it comes left side, it becomes minus. 100 minus 32 is equal to 9 by 5 degree Celsius. 100 minus 32 means you will get 68. Okay. Now you send this 9 by 5 from right side to left side. It becomes 5 by 9 is equal to 100 degrees Celsius. Now you simplify this one. When you multiply 68 into 5 and divide by 9, you will get 37.77 degree Celsius. This is the answer. The second numerical, convert 37 degree Celsius into degree Fahrenheit. To convert degree Celsius to Fahrenheit, we require this relation. Now write the relation. Degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 degree Celsius plus 32. Now substitute the degree Celsius. 9 by 5 into 37 plus 32. If you solve this multiplications and division, you will get 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. You will get 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. Next, third one. Convert 25 degrees Celsius into Kelvin. To convert degree Celsius to Kelvin or Kelvin to degree Celsius, we need this relation. What is this relation? K is equal to degree Celsius plus 273.15. So K is equal to degree Celsius plus 273.15. Now, in the question, the value is in degree Celsius. So substitute these values. 25 plus 273.15. Now add these two values. When you add these two values, you will get 298.15. Okay. Last one more problem. The fourth one. Convert 373.15 Kelvin into degree Celsius. To convert Kelvin into degree Celsius, we need this relation. Write that equation. K is equal to degree Celsius plus 273.15. Okay. Next, the values are given in Kelvin. You substitute those values. 373.15 is equal to degree Celsius plus 273.15. Okay, next we need degree Celsius. So degree Celsius is equal to 373.15. When it comes left side, it becomes minus 273.15. We'll get 100 degrees Celsius. This is the answer. This is the measurement of temperature. In today's class, we have learned about 7 basic physical quantities and their measurements, and next prefixes, and next measurement of mass and weight, and what is the differences between mass and weight. Next, measurement of volume, measurement of density, and the last one is measurement of temperature. We will continue in next class. Thank you.